Welcome back to Camp Witch Doctor. Before you drive your robot, let's go ahead and screw on the top plate and the attachments. Take care not to pinch any wires when you install the top plate. Now when you're putting your top plate on for the first time, remember what we said in a previous video. When you put those wood screws into the plastic, those are the silver screws that have the countersunk head and the Phillips cross drive. You're going to actually be cutting your own threads as you put it through the frame for the first time. So the first time you install them, it's normal that it's going to be a little bit hard to turn. Keep an eye on it so you can see when the screw's fully seated. And as soon as the torque gets a little bit higher, go ahead and stop. These screws don't need to be crazy tight. They're just holding your top plate down, and there's plenty of them to do the job. What we don't want is for you to keep on tightening it and actually strip out the frame. So stripping out the frame is when you tighten it so much that those threads keep spinning in place and basically just drill out the hole. When that happens, it's really hard to recover from that. So usually you'll need a new printed part, or you'll have to keep that screw out. You won't be able to use that screw position. We've included a lot of screws in the top plate, so it's okay if you strip out one or two, but obviously we want to do what we can to make sure all those screws still have good thread in them. So when you're putting those screws in, can you feel that you're actually cutting threads in the frame?
Yeah.
Do you get a good feel for when the screw's bottomed out? Do you feel the torque go up a little bit?
Yeah, like it gets a little harder to do it. Random question, because, we're here. What was the funniest thing that's ever happened at BattleBots?
I don't know, once I saw Will Bales being carried over in a flamingo floaty, like his whole team was holding a huge flamingo floaty up, and he was just riding it, like, waving like he was in a parade.
That's not real.
We were really busy at the time, too, so we should look over, like, I'm not even going to ask any questions.
Oh my gosh, I would love to pit next to Hypershock.
Now that your top plate is on, let's go ahead and install the attachments. Now you'll notice that these are separate pieces. I didn't integrate them all one piece into the frame because your forks, the more and more you fight with your robot, they might get beat up, they might face other weapons, so it's a really good part to be able to replace quickly. So if you have a 3D printer at home, when you bought this kit, you also got the files for the kit, so you can 3D print it at home. Or we also have them available on our store. If you don't have a 3D printer at home or at your school or library, then you can buy more of those forks if you need them. Each robot is a little different, so let me walk you through each one. If you're building Close Encounter, Wham Burger, or Gimme 5, these robots don't have any attachments, so you're all done. Go ahead and skip to the next video. Otherwise, let's get started with Slugger. This robot has a left and a right fork, so you want to make sure they're pointing towards the middle, and then you'll just screw them onto the front of the chassis. For Big Cheese, the only attachment here is the mouse, which helps your robot self-right faster. Just install the two screws from the back of the cheese flipper arm into the mouse. Medieval Times has a removable wedge. Just place a wedge in place and install the screws from the top. Banana Splitter and High Stick both have a single center fork to get under other robots, so you'll screw it in from the front of the chassis. Destruction Zone has bolt-on treads that stick out the front of the chassis to help it brace itself when it lifts. The bottom of each tread is smooth so that this robot can slide on the floor, so be careful to install the treads in the correct orientation. Hungry Hippo is very similar to Destruction Zone, with a fork on each side of the chassis pointing towards the front. Make sure to install each fork on the correct side. These forks will help Hungry Hippo grab other robots as well as work as a lifter. Right, you ready to drive your robot for the first time?
Yeah!
All right, let's put this on the floor and get some driving practice in.